I'm out here at the park. Look at the full moon. Hey, let me ask you something real quick. When did everyone in life become a psychologist? Seriously, I really want to know. Seriously, I'm asking because it seems like today, every disagreement, every breakup, and every difficult situation or relationship, somebody immediately says, he's a narcissist. She's a narcissist. It just blows my mind. But what if we're asking the wrong question? And I'm trying to do this video right so you can understand. What if we become so busy trying to diagnose everyone else out there on earth that we've forgotten one thing, to understand ourselves? Because this video right here, it is not about pointing fingers, ladies and gentlemen. It isn't about attacking anyone. It's about something much more important, understanding ourselves. Because I truly believe that's where healing begins. And before we go any further, I need you to understand something. Let's clear something up very in the open. Not everyone who shows narcissistic behaviors has narcissistic personality disorder, okay? Those are two total different things. Some people have narcissistic traits, others have a clinical diagnosis. And only a clinical mental health professional can determine the difference. That's why today I'm not talking about labels, I'm talking about behaviors. Behaviors that build trust or slowly destroy it. Here's something I've learned. Every one of us has an ego, right? Every single one of us has insecurities, right? Every one of us has blind spots, right? And every one of us has reacted defensively at some point of our lives. So maybe the better question isn't who is narcissistic or who is a narcissist. Maybe the question is, what behaviors inside of me need to grow? Psychology teaches us something fascinating. Sometimes when someone receives criticism, their brains doesn't hear feedback. What it hears is shame. It can hear failure, rejection, or I'm not enough. So instead of becoming curious, they become defensive. Instead of listening, they explain. Instead of accepting responsibility, they protect themselves. And that's where unhealthy patterns can begin, basically. So you start blame shifting. You always need to be right about something. Your emotional invalidation, your manipulation, sometimes even what people call gaslighting. Now, hear me clearly, okay? Understanding why a behavior happens does not excuse the behavior, but understanding it can create something that can change it. Now, think about the other person on the other side. Imagine this for a minute, okay? They are questioning their own memory. They're replaying conversations over and over in their head again and again and again. They're walking on eggshells and they're afraid to bring up one simple concern. And they start slowly losing confidence. They start trusting less. And every single day, that doesn't just affect the relationship, it affects your nervous system, ladies and gentlemen. It affects your peace. It affects your confidence. It affects your self worth. A healthy love should never make you afraid to be honest and to talk. Healthy love sounds like this: I was wrong. I am sorry. Help me understand more. What can I do differently? Those four sentences right there can save relationships. Now, here's the part I wish more people talked about. People can change. Not everyone will, but people can if they're willing to become self aware, if they're willing to stop protecting their ego just long enough to examine their own personal behavior. Real growth begins the moment someone says, I've been blaming everyone else. I've been avoiding accountability. I've hurt people and I want to become better. That's not weakness, ladies and gentlemen. That's courage. That's emotional maturity. That's healing. So instead of asking, who can I blame? Maybe we should start asking different questions. What can I improve? Do I interpret, or do I always need to be right? Do I listen, or do I just wait for my turn to talk? Do I apologize, or do I justify? Those questions right there can change your life. If you recognize yourself anywhere in this conversation, I don't want you to feel shame. I want you to feel hope, because awareness creates choice, and choice creates growth, and growth, it creates healing, and healing changes families, changes marriages, changes relationships, changes friendships, changes generations. So today, I'm not asking you, who do you think is a narcissist? Instead, I want you to ask something much more powerful, please. What's one behavior you recognized in yourself that you're committed to improving? And put in the comments below, please. Not to judge yourself, but to encourage someone else out there who's trying to grow also. Because healing is easier when we realize we're growing together. If this message connected with you and you're ready to grow, then grow with me. Like this video, subscribe to his channel, and share this with somebody who's ready to stop labeling other people and to start understanding. Because sometimes one conversation in just one moment, one honest look in a mirror, can completely change the direction of a person's life. I'm Shawn Pigg. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video.